All right, so thanks for joining me today, everyone. Today I have got Chris Woolsey, the Senior Director of Communications for Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, with us again. We're going to be going through all things Crackle that is coming to the streaming service this month in May. So thanks for being with me today, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me, Matt. This is awesome. Always the highlight of my month.
Yep. Glad to have you. So, first, let's just get right into it. Go ahead and let me know what are some of the movies and shows coming to Crackle.
Yes, so we have a ton of great stuff. There was a lot going on in May and just the tail end of April. I don't know if you saw this or not, but it was Carol Burnett's 90th birthday recently. And I mean, you talk about a comedy legend, a trailblazer, a revolutionary, if you will. It is Carol Burnett. The woman redefined what it meant to be a funny woman in this country. And I think she blazed the way for Janine Garofalo and Eliza Schlesinger and just so many huge comedy names that I honestly don't know if they would have a career today were it not for the groundbreaking work of Carol Burnett. So we actually have the entire 11 season series of the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, wow.
And obviously it's got everybody on there. Tim Conway, Harvey Korman, just a who's who of 70s comedy. And it's got all the classic episodes that you love so much. The dentist, the slow butcher, the Gone with the Wind parody, which
That's a
I just
classic.
discovered. Yeah, I mean it's amazing the curtain dress that she has on. I just discovered that the Smithsonian actually went and got that outfit, and it's now in the Smithsonian Museum.
That's
It's
pretty
so
cool.
seminal in pop culture history.
Hmm. Yeah, that curtain dress is certainly one of the first things I think of when I think of Carol Burnett. So very,
Totally.
very
It's such a
funny
great
sketch.
line too. She said, "I saw this dress in the window and just had to have it." I mean, it's brilliant.
Love it.
It's brilliant.
Yes. Super funny. Gotta love Carol Burnett. So you said all 11 seasons are on Crackle, right?
Yes. Yep. We've got every episode. So
Great.
binge like a beast. You can binge till your heart's content, and it's going to take you at least a minute to get through all those for sure.
Yeah, gotta love Carol Burnett. So that's a great thing to check out. What else is coming down the Crackle pipeline?
Sure. So May is Military Appreciation Month. And so we also have a ton of great military shows on Crackle. We've talked about before, Matt, our relationship with the BBC. They
Mhm.
send us fresh content just about every month. And we've got some great BBC shows to help celebrate military appreciation. We've got a really good series that I somehow missed. And it's just outstanding. And it's called Bluestone 4-2.
Hmm.
And this is it's a sitcom, kind of in the same vein as MASH,
Mhm.
about a bomb disposal unit in Afghanistan. And
Okay.
so, obviously there are dramatic elements in there because of the subject matter and the setting, but it's really well written and funny and clever and kind of everything you loved about shows like MASH that take a very serious subject matter, but kind of look at it from sort of a lighthearted angle. Really
Hmm.
great. It's got Tony Gardner from Last Tango in Halifax, Stephen White from Men in Black International, and Jamie Quinn from Two Doors Down. You got to check this one out. It's really well done.
What era or kind of war period does it take place in?
So this is Afghanistan. So this is
Afghanistan. Okay, gotcha.
yep,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, you said that. So yeah,
And
that's sounds like a good show to check out. I mean, I always like seeing that kind of interesting kind of combo of something more dramatic with something more comedic. So that
yep.
looks like a good one.
Now on the other end of the comedy spectrum is Red Cap. And
Mhm.
this is definitely in the vein of like NCIS. So this is a kind of just your standard military police procedural. And it's a fantastic series. It's starring Tamsin Othwaite from EastEnders, Douglas Hodge, who was in Joker, and Gordon Kennedy from Harlots. But it's good. If you like police procedurals, it doesn't get any better than this. BBC is really good at that. And yeah, this is really gritty. And it's a fantastic series, Red Cap.
Gotta love a gritty show from the BBC.
And then, as you know, I am an 80s junkie. And so I am super excited that we have the Emmy Award winning 80s classic Tour of Duty, which was a great series about the Vietnam War era. Really, really good. Terrence Knox from Lois and Clark, Stephen Caffrey from Columbo, Kim Delaney, who doesn't like Kim Delaney, from Army Wives. So she's got quite the military acting tradition. But this was it's a great series. As I always do, Matt, before I talk to you, I always want to do my research because I know what a super fan you are. And so I always want to try and dig up some pearls. The first season of this series was shot in Hawaii. Apparently, that's a little spendy. And so they decided for the second series to shoot it in Malibu Canyon. So it's literally the set is on the old MASH set, which is 10 minutes from my house, which is crazy. So I think this weekend we're going to try and drag the kids down there for a hike and visit the Tour of Duty / MASH set.
That's pretty cool. So they still have tours and stuff you can take of it?
It's just sitting there. Like you literally can just hike up to it. I know they lost a lot of it in the Woolsey fire, which, by the way, was not my fault, even though it's the only claim to fame we have. But yeah, so it's just sitting there and you can literally just hike right up to it.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, good family excursion, sounds like.
For sure. And then for those who are looking for a little more classic military, we have the movie Anzio, which is a kind of a forgotten battle in World War II history. Anzio was 6 months before we stormed the beaches at Normandy. And by we, I mean people who are way braver than I am. And Anzio was actually an Italian amphibious assault that was meant to soften up the North African troops so that when Normandy happened, we would already have sort of a foothold in the area. Starring Robert Mitchum from The Longest Day, who's just an amazing classic actor. Peter Falk from Columbo, years before he did that, and Robert Ryan from The Dirty Dozen. This is considered in like World War II classic films, this is like considered one of the best. Anzio, it's really good. If you like older war films, this is one you definitely need to check out.
Cool. Sounds like a good one.
And then, of course, we don't want to forget about Mom. We've got Mother's Day coming. And so we have a ton of super fun films to watch with Mom. In fact, we built a whole channel around it. So we've got the Mommy and Me channel. And there's a bunch of great films on there. We have The Deep End of the Ocean with Michelle Pfeiffer, Treat Williams, and Whoopi Goldberg. This is kind of an odd one. It's very heartwarming. It's very like heartfelt. It's dramatic. It's kind of in the same vein as like Ordinary People, if you remember that film. But it's about a family whose son disappears. Their young son disappears and they can't find him. And years later, they relocate to the area where he was kidnapped, and they find that there's a young boy living in the area who looks dramatically like their son. And so it's a little bit of a mystery as to who this kid is, and could it possibly be the son that they lost? But it's also sort of the process of grieving, and it's a beautiful film. I think it's one of Michelle Pfeiffer's greatest performances. But I think Mom's gonna love that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one. Certainly, gotta love Michelle Pfeiffer. Gotta love a good kind of intriguing mystery type thing. So
yep, for sure. And then more standard fare, but really down the pipe for moms and daughters, we have Mothers and Daughters. And this is kind of a who's who of women in Hollywood. It's got Christina Ricci, Susan Sarandon, Courtney Cox, Sharon Stone, and Selma Blair. And these are kind of vignettes that are all strung together with a through line, but it's all different takes on the complex relationship that is mothers and daughters. No relationship in that realm is the same, and this film just looks at it from a variety of angles, and it's a beautiful film, and another one that I think would be great to cuddle up with mom and watch.
Yeah, it sounds like it has a great cast. So
It does that. It does. And maybe on the other end of the spectrum of the good mom scale, we've got Double Platinum. And this is
mm,
starring Diana Ross and Brandy. And this is the
okay,
story of a entertainer who abandons her daughter to pursue her career. And then once reaching the pinnacle of stardom, regrets that decision, and so goes back and tries to make amends with the daughter that she left behind by helping that daughter launch her musical career as well.
hmm.
It's amazing. Two gigantic names, Diana Ross and Brandy, in the same film, and yeah, definitely one to check out.
What year was that movie from?
This, I let me check while we're looking. I want to say, let's see, Double.
Yeah, because those are such big names. I'm like, man, I haven't heard of that one.
Yep. It was 99. I was going to say 97,
Oh,
99.
okay, okay. So yeah, it
Yep.
was a while. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very,
that
very fun film, though. Definitely check that one out. And then finally, for mom, we've got one about family. So this is Mama Flora's Family.
mhm,
And another one that in Black entertainment circles, this is like gigantic names. So we have Cicely Tyson, who is
mhm,
eminently watchable, Queen Latifah, Blair Underwood, and Mario Van Peebles, who's one of my
hmm,
favorite actors, especially from the 80s. And this was based on a best-selling novel, and it's a limited series. It's basically like two film versions of the book back to back.
okay,
It's really, really good. The performances are spectacular. And it's sort of the story of the evolution of a family laid over the civil rights era.
hmm,
So great period piece, great sort of illumination of the social justice, and it's a beautiful story of family.
yeah, great. So sounds like another good one.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, we've got pretty much something for everybody this month, and then tons of classic TV on Crackle as always. So check it out, and if you have any questions, you know where to reach me, Matt. But thanks so much for having me on, and I look forward to coming next month, June. We've got some gigantic news. I can't even tease it; it's so big. But
Okay.
I'll be back, and I'll let you know all about it.
Lots of things cracking on Crackle. So I certainly look forward to hearing it. And I want to thank you again for being with me today, Chris. Of course, everyone watching, you can watch all of that stuff for free on Crackle. So get cracking. Do it.
You can get that at crackle.com, or you can download the app for any device, your connected TV, at your favorite app store.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.